I'm moving. So sorry to catch you by surprise if you are a frequent viewer, and if you are not a frequent viewer and you just happen to stumble upon this video because it's a moving vlog, prepare to get dramatic because, hey, that's just me. Today, you guys are gonna go along with me in my journey of moving. I'm not just like moving out of my parents' house for the first time, out of my teenage bedroom. I'm also moving states away. A lot of big changes happening, so I'm moving from Indiana to a completely different state, and it's not just like Ohio or Illinois. We're moving far. To talk about it, I'm gonna have to take you guys all the way back to the beginning. So all the way back in February, basically one day I randomly got a text, and me and my boyfriend started talking, and he was like, hey, I think that we should move. And I was like, where to? And then we started talking about it, and then we started looking, and then we started planning to move. And we basically were just like, yeah, we're gonna move. There were no plans set in stone. It's not like there was a house and any leases. We just began to tell everybody that we were moving, manifesting at its finest. Through the months, it was pretty slow from February on to now because obviously, like I said, we didn't have a lease or anything. So we were basically just saying, hey, we're moving with nothing. At the beginning of June, we actually flew down and toured a bunch of different houses and looked at a bunch of different spaces. Okay, guys, tomorrow, we're flying down to Texas to go look at houses. I am this close to the camera because I'm kind of trying to hide where and what we picked, and right now I'm using voice memos so we have some good audio. I wanted to walk you guys through this part of house hunting because definitely went in with the mindset that it was going to be way easier than it actually was. One of Isaac's favorite houses is the first one that we looked at, and this one was very modern. It was very sleek. It was definitely a more modern type of house, and it had a really nice pool and a really nice yard, but my thing was that like the yard kind of was up against the road and I was kind of scared, but it was a really nice yard. And then once we went to the house, the kitchen was definitely way more like sleek and modern style. It had a washer and dryer, which some houses don't come with, so it was nice. And upstairs we had like an entertainment area, like if you have people over, there was like a movie room, and then kind of like the outside was like a bar style type of area, so it was really nice for entertaining. And then we had like the other rooms. So going into the houses, we wanted to make sure that everybody had their own room, and ideally we wanted a guest room for when our family came down, and this house had enough rooms for everybody in a guest room. But the only thing that this house was lacking was that it did not have my own like separate office space, which is something that we were also looking for. Again, it was a very big reach to get all of those things in one, but we were looking for that. But this was like our top contender, and we actually ended up putting in a like offer, application on this house. And this was the house that honestly we went and looked at other ones, but we thought that this was the one that we were going to end up with. But then we went and looked at the next house, and this was one that we all really liked when we saw the photos. We definitely were a big fan of the backyard. The kitchen was nice and spacious. I really enjoyed the layout of this house, and a bonus was that it had all of the rooms plus a guest room plus an office space for me. So I really liked this one, and it had a big closet area and a big room, so I was very much liking this one. And we all actually left that house all saying that we really liked it, but we didn't put in a lease because, fun fact, every time that you put in a application somewhere, it hits your credit. So we were all trying to be very picky on which ones that we put an application in for, because obviously you don't want to hit your credit like 5 times. So we did end up putting an application in on the next house, however, and we were all really big fans of this house. It was a 1-story, but it was so big and spacious. This one also had enough rooms. It had a master bedroom. It had enough for a guest room. It even had like a little dog bath station, which was random, but it even had a space for the office. Like, it had everything that we wanted, and also the rooms were spacious. Like I said, I really liked the layout of this house, and it had a really big room and a really big bathroom and closet. Like, it was very nice and idealistic for what we were looking for. And also, we all really loved the backyard and the pool. It was perfect. So that's the one that we left. Texas thinking that we put an application in on, and we thought in our brain, because of the way that we were kind of being communicated with, was that all it was like we were putting in the lease, we'll probably hear back and like go through the motions. Fun fact, we actually had to extend our stay. So we originally were just supposed to stay like the last day of May to like the 2nd or 3rd of June. We ended up staying 2 extra days because we had nothing. Basically, we left Texas thinking, okay, we're probably going to get this house. I don't know why we thought that. Again, we did. But then it was like a week and a half after we got home, and keep in mind, our timeline was to move the beginning of July. July 1st was the move-in date that we were going with. Originally, when we decided to move, I didn't say this, but we were originally going to move at the beginning of August, but turns out the leases and stuff that they had going on down in Bloomington, we were going to move in July 1st. It was like mid-July by this point, and we had heard nothing. Radio silence, and then we ended up finding out that we actually got denied, didn't get picked from this one. We went back to the other house that we all liked but didn't put an application on, and we ended up putting in an application on that one, and that's the one that we actually got approved for. So that was the whole entire experience looking for houses to rent. It was a very interesting first time experience for me. The story about that is our trip was insanely chaotic because we had to extend our stay. Then our flight got canceled because the airplane's brakes stopped working. Then we got our flight canceled, but then we ended up getting a different flight, had to stay in Atlanta. It was very chaotic, but basically we left thinking that we had everything locked down and set in stone. We didn't. We were just waiting on the approval on the lease and to get the lease sent over for the house that we thought that was going to be ours. No, we were denied. So then we just put in a lease for one of the other houses that we loved that we had seen while we were there, and luckily that is the house that I'm going to be moving into. But thank God, genuinely, that everything worked out and everything worked out the way it was supposed to. That's how I've had to go about this whole entire thing, since it's such a new move and new thing for me. I've just been like, what's going to happen is going to happen. What's meant to me is going to come to me, and that's just how we're gonna have to leave it. So then it was the fun part to where I started buying some stuff for the house. Today is a very exciting day because yesterday we got the approval or acceptance of the house. So now we have been kind of sitting on options for like furniture and stuff to buy for the house, but we haven't bought anything yet because, you know, you don't got a house, we weren't buying anything yet. But now that it is set in stone and we can move along, move forward, today and this weekend we're gonna spend it getting some house stuff. I've been accumulating a list on my phone. Today we're on the lookout for some other furniture pieces to see if I can get some of them before we move, like some dining tables, some bar stools, even little things like kitchenware, organization stuff, anything really that I can find that can come before the move. Like if I can move it there, the better. Today we're going to be doing some shopping for the house, which is very exciting because obviously I've never moved out before. A very exciting thing for me. So I'm about to head out. Some of the things that I'm very excited for randomly is kitchenware, like pots and pan sets and stuff like that. I'm very excited to buy. Coffee machine, like I'm very excited for all of it. And furniture pieces, I'm very excited to like decorate and have my own space and decorate a room and stuff. So let's go shop and see what we can get and source. Rewind back, but kind of fast forward to a few days ago, and that's when I had to start packing everything, getting the U-Haul, like doing all of that stuff that made the move feel really real, because before then it didn't feel real at all. The time has snuck up on me. It's time for me to start packing up my room. And I will say, I have definitely turned off any and all emotion that I could feel towards moving. That's where I'm at right now. That's the outlet where, like, instead of me having a breakdown about moving, I'm just going to ignore it. And that's not good either. But that's where we're at right now. I'm going to pack because it's literally 9 o'clock at night right now. I'm going to pack over the next 2 days. And I think honestly what I'm going to focus on tonight, like my main priority right now, because like I feel like everything else will be a lot easier, but it's packing up my books. That's my number one thing that I'm focusing on right now, just because it's a little bit more time consuming because I'm taking them down like shelf by shelf, and when I put them in their boxes, they're getting labeled. So like I'm going to try to put all of my young adult books together, all of my literary fiction together, all thrillers together, all romance. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So therefore, we're starting with it first. Tomorrow, I will get all of the clothes, technology, and everything all packed up in a way. I think what I'm going to do with the clothes is I'm going to pack like my biggest suitcase and just have everything for like the first few days there and like the last few days here. That way like I can obviously put everything to be like put on a moving truck and just have like the clothes, because honestly I just have tomorrow and Saturday that I'm here, and then we start the move. So I'm going to spend some time packing up all of my books. Hello everybody, welcome to the second and hopefully last day of packing. Last night I got through basically all of my books, all of these, like, but these are literally just a few. Like, I think those are just all my Taylor Jenkins Reid books, some other copies of ACOTAR, and like other of my favorite books, like copies that I have. This is the only thing I've packed, and it's books. As you can see, the bookshelf's empty of all books except like there's a few of these. These are ones that are getting, like, I'm giving them away. Everything else is getting put in, like, a different box because it's, like, little bookshelf decor and stuff. But now is the day that we are packing up we're packing up everything else. So the first thing that I'm going to do, because I think I'm going to go to, like, clothes next. I think I'm going to, like, take the boxes, pack up everything that's in my dresser, and then anything that's, like, hanging out of my closet, I'm literally just going to do the age-old trick where you just like take a trash bag and put it over the hangers, and then you just like keep them in there on hangers, and then you just hang them up, take the trash bag down, and they're just hung up. So that really won't take me a long time, but it's like all the little tiny stuff that's gonna take me a while. And then I will just have tonight and tomorrow are the last days that I am sleeping. And I would say, I don't call this my childhood bedroom because it's not. I had two different houses that I feel like are like my childhood home. This is not my childhood home, but it is my parents' house. So my last 2 nights sleeping at my parents' house. Little emotional update, definitely suppressing any type of emotion that I could feel. I don't cope with anything in a healthy way. Okay guys, don't you mind bestie Rachel on in the back. It has been a long, I think I started packing at like 2. It is now 9 o'clock and I pretty much have everything packed up that needs to be packed up, and it doesn't look like super empty because obviously we haven't taken the bed out yet and all of this stuff. That's empty, closet's empty. I'm about to take everything off of the walls. My dad took all of the books down, but we have all of my life in just a few boxes, which honestly was like a lot less than I thought. I have quite a few boxes that I didn't use that I'll probably have to put like some little miscellaneous stuff into. Yeah, we're all packed, which feels weird. I definitely, again, I'm gonna keep saying it because I feel like it's a theme, suppressing my emotions, because I feel like that's the only way that I'm going to get through this move. moving. I know it may not look, but if you know my room, this is pretty empty. Everything's out except my bed's still here. This is still here. There's a few things that I'm not moving with because I basically was starting from scratch because we're moving into a house. This move requires a over 16-hour road trip after like breaks and everything. I think it's about like 15, but after breaks and gas, all of that, it's gonna be probably around 16. We're about to go on a road trip. We're about to leave here soon. We have everything packed up. My dad left with the U-Haul before I did to get ahead of me a little bit. We're actually staying at a hotel tonight, and then we're just gonna drive the rest of the way tomorrow. Rest of the way being like 3 hours. So we're driving like 13 hours today. That's what we're about to do, but I thought I would catch you guys up in my room. Luckily, my parents are going to be down with me for that first week and they're going to help me move and everything. As for my thoughts and everything about moving, I definitely have chose an unhealthy way to cope. If you know me or watch my vlogs, I don't know if it's apparent, but I am insanely close with my family. My family is everything. I've lived with my family. I've never moved out. Instead of like feeling the emotions, even if they're negative, like sad or scared or anything, I have decided to stomp them down and suppress any type of emotion, good or bad. But I feel like, honey, we got a real storm coming when my parents have to leave. And then I will be alone, not like fully alone, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna be without my family in a whole different other state with nobody except the people that I live with. So it's scary, but I feel like I'm focusing on one thing at a time. And I was telling my parents this, that I feel like I've just focused on each task ahead. Like it was, okay, let's find the house. Okay, let's make sure we get the lease. Okay, now I'm gonna go make sure I have the stuff for the house, like shopping and everything. Okay, well now I need to pack. Okay, well now we need to get the U-Haul. Okay, well now we're doing this. Okay, well now I need to drive there. Okay, well we need to move all the stuff in there. Like I feel like I'm just focusing step by step and just thinking about just that step, not really focusing on much else. But I'm scared to feel them, so we're gonna feel nothing at the moment. Wow, if this is your guys' first time watching me or you're not ever gonna watch me again, I'm sorry. I am dramatic though. Like that's just the truth about me. But I think we're going to head on out here soon. I am leaving my house, not my childhood home, but this is like where we've been living like the past 8 years. And I feel like I am not mentally like realizing that. I'm not understanding that I am leaving my home. I will not be coming back here to live. This will never be my like actual like living home ever again. Oh, I'm hungry. Can you guys hear that? My stomach. My brother joked that yesterday I was in my room and he was like, oh my gosh, it's like the episode where everything gets moved out and on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And then I said, I feel like Miley Stewart at the end of Hannah Montana. And then, you know, wherever I go starts playing and you start crying because your childhood's over. I'm reliving that however many years later. Now we kind of get the fun part of the vlog where we're going to a road trip and then we're going to move in. So let's start a new chapter, shall we? I read a lot here. If you guys don't know, a lot of my favorite books wouldn't be my favorite books if I didn't move on to the next chapter. You know what I mean? A lot of memories here. First step of any road trip of mine is that I have to get gas. Never on a full tank when I need to leave. I'm looking rough this morning. Me and my mom.
Me and my girl. I asked her last night if she needed to get gas, and she said, no, I'll just get it on the way.
No, I said, I'll just get it on the way.
Yeah.
Because by the time that we were all whatever, it was 11 o'clock, I was like, I'm not getting out and getting gas at night. Like, I'm not doing it.
Already was tired, had a long day.
We're gassed up. And we're about to hit the road. What
road.
What playlist are we going to start with?
I don't hate that. Some of these songs I'm like, I can remember as a kid. Nothing that, you know.
We just had to try to get gas for the first time in the road trip, and first of all, let me tell you that it was a chaotic experience because my car started letting me know that I only had 50 miles left, which is not a whole lot, but it's also not like, oh my god, I need to get gas like ASAP. But I had been looking for a gas station for 40 miles. I had been looking for a gas station, and then I found one. I go to it, it's packed, and then there was another one down the street, and I was like, oh, well, let's just go to the one down the street, use the bathroom, because we both had to pee. We go down there. I tried 2 different pumps. None of them are working. And then my mom goes, oh, let me look at this side. All of them are out of order. We go in to use the bathroom. That's out of order as well. And then we're running back down to the other gas station. Finally get gas. But then we have to go across the street to the McDonald's to pee. It was just a chaotic experience. But now I feel like we can just like come back down. From that, it was tough. It was tough. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Now we're getting back on the road. We have about 7, well, we'll say 8 hours, because it's 7 hours and 57 minutes if you want to get exact, but to Dallas. Last night we got here. Oh, you guys can't see. Last night we got here at like 7 something. We arrived. We're in Dallas. We stayed at the Hilton. It's some type of Hilton hotel. It allows this one in here. So we just.
She's like, good. Hey, she's like, thanks for taking me along.
So literally, you guys saw. All we did last night was went and picked up some food, and then we all went to bed. It was like probably 15 hours after everything. So now we just have a 3-hour drive to Austin. And that's what we're doing. Now in the house that's from my U-Haul. So now it's just about putting everything where it needs to go, which is probably the most overwhelming thing out of anything, is trying to get everything together. I think our first task though will be putting together the couch, and then I'll probably start tackling the kitchen, just because the kitchen is literally a mess right now. So hectic, and that needs to be like cleaned out, because this is like the area where everybody's at, so it needs to be the most put together. So that's what we're going to work on. Nobody else is here yet. It's just us, just listening to some music, just us at Wells. Little bit of a moving update for day 1 of where we're at right now. It is 7:30, and I keep on thinking that is actually somebody, because I see the floaty.
Oh my gosh, I know.
To put things into perspective of where we're at, it was 14 hours after everything yesterday. We got to the hotel, and none of us, like my mom, dad, or me, slept. Like, we probably literally got like a few hours at most. And we drove another like 3 hours here, and we have been up and at 'em all day. Obviously, like, you're moving. Like, this is stuff that's normal. This is not a complaint. This is a blessing. Basically, I think we have the couch in here. While we went and took back a U-Haul and went to Home Depot and stuff, the bed came and they put together the bed, so that's all ready. I need to put the sheets on and stuff. I need to put all the kitchen stuff up and everything. We're in a pretty good spot for the first day. Of course, we're eating Chipotle. So here's the plan. We're gonna eat this. It's just me and my mom here right now. Everybody else is somewhere else. We're going to eat. I'm going to take a shower just because I want to take a shower, and then I'm gonna get to putting everything away that's like kitchen related. That way when everybody comes back, like, I feel like right now the kitchen area is literally like the most cram-packed, messy part of everything right now. So that's the plan, is to eat, shower, then put everything up. But here's the thing, you guys know I love to watch something while I eat. We do not have Wi-Fi or anything right now, so there's no connection. No texts are sending. I think you can like call, basically it's really quiet in here. I'm having a little bit of a hard time because I like to watch my little videos, but that's completely fine. Blessed. Okay. Post shower, I am now ready to get into the kitchen. My back hurts, not actually ready. First and foremost, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everything out of like boxes and stuff. That way I can get the boxes out of the way. Coming back to what I said earlier about us not having any Wi-Fi, no connection. Thank God I have playlists saved. And by that, I mean I have my Taylor Swift playlist saved. So we get to listen to it. My back hurts, let's get into it. Welcome to moving day 2, everybody. Second day of moving this one. I feel like we'll go a little bit smoother since yesterday was full of like everybody having to unload everything. We need to go to the Container Store, things along those lines, you know, to get stuff. That way we can actually start unpacking our life, because right now the only thing that's like unpacked is like, I mean, we moved stuff off of the moving truck, but like I still have all my clothes in boxes. Isaac still has all his clothes in boxes. I don't know about anybody else, but we need to get like a few other things, and then I'm sure we'll need to go throughout the week to just pick up things that you're not really thinking about. Right now we're heading back to the house and I have to change for the day because I'm in my pajamas, and then we're going to probably head out because the Container Store opens at 10. Also, need to run to Barnes because today is Reckless release date and first Barnes trip living here for Reckless. What an honor. Or there's this. Oh, why is this $100? Goodness. This is $100. Okay, that's crazy. I think this is cute for, to put, you know, I have them in the drawer right now, but you know, like your ladles and stuff like that? Yeah. I would do that. I would do it. See, I'm already having a problem. I came here because I need drawer organizers for the closet, organizers for the bathroom, something to put my makeup in, which I got, something to put like my Nespresso pods and stuff in to keep that organized, but I'm already getting stuff that I don't need, that I'll find a purpose for. Container Store was a success, almost too successful. Okay, y'all, we made it. The car is once again jam-packed. We're going back home. Basically what we picked up was I needed stuff, like I said, to do the closet today and the bathroom, like the little bathroom things. I think pretty much we primarily were focusing, that was like all for the bedroom and bathroom type of situation. Also, I've never had vitamin water, but I needed water and they only had Dasani. Sound out down below. I know this video is about moving, but sound out down below. Dasani is the worst water. No, it's not. If you drink a lot of water, it literally tastes like it has salt or something in it. We're gonna head back home, unload. We now also set up the internet, and they're actually coming today. I thought that we were about to be like, listen, we can't come until like next week, and I told you guys yesterday that the internet and the connection is just really, really bad at the house right now, and we have somebody coming out at 2 to 3. The way that my heart just dropped on my body. Hey guys, Isaac's sending this picture of this spider. Look at that. If you guys don't know me, I'm petrified of spiders. Kind of feel like I want to throw up now. I think at this point, oh, what day is it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is moving day 3 at this point of actually moving stuff. Now, as you guys can see, we're in the closet, which I've done majority of off camera. I got these from the Container Store yesterday. And basically, I'm putting all of my would-be drawer dresser stuff in here, except my tank tops. I do have tank tops that when we get an actual dresser, I'll try to put them in. But my dream, I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve this, is to put all of my workout clothes up here, jeans and shorts down there, and try to put everything in these organizers. So we're going to see if I can successfully do that, because I'm actually not too sure. A little update is this is now where my shoe wall is. If you guys watched my videos, or if this is one of my first videos, I can't like point you to a direct video, but in most of my vlogs you can see my shoe wall that was in my room. But now this is where my shoe wall lives. And then down here off camera, I have a little bin of all of my swimsuits down there. Some pairs of shoes that only have one shoe because I don't know what Charlie did with the other one. So that's where we're at right now. And also all my clothes are hung up. This is my side of the closet. Is Isaac's side of the closet. He has some stuff. We have shoes everywhere. There's a lot going on in this closet. Tomorrow, I want to be able, from here on out, to focus on my office space, because I haven't even touched that yet, mostly because the light in there isn't working. I'll probably just get a ring light or something tomorrow, that way we have some lighting in there. For tonight, I'm going to try to put everything in its respectful place. We are in the first little glimpse of my office. That is going to be its own separate video, because this is my office, but it's also like where the books sit and where everything is. Majority of that is going to be in a separate video that I'm filming right now. But what I'm going to start doing is I've put all the shelves back in, because right now they're empty, no shelves. Like, we have all the shelves up, but none of the actual shelves are in there. I have to do the tedious task, because I also left all of these back in my house. I have to do the tedious task of putting all of these back on the shelf. And then I have to build my desk, my chair, all of the other little stuff, I think. But here's the plan that I will tell you guys. So I'm wanting to do my bookshelves, obviously. The desk is going to go over here on this wall, but I want to do a gallery wall with all of my wall prints and stuff. So I'm also going to try to do that before the desk gets in here. That way I can just like map out the wall and put all of my stuff up there and everything like that. So I'm going to start with the tedious stuff first to get that out of the way, and then it's all the fun stuff. It's literally the 4th of July. I don't know if I've said that yet in this video, but it's the 4th of July currently. We just played around a little bit in the pool, but we're about to start like actually preparing dinner. We're having like steak, potatoes, veggies, all of that stuff, and I got s'mores for later. It's really nice because in this neighborhood there are no fireworks, so Charlie doesn't have to get like all worked up over firework. It's really nice that we can like sit and enjoy it and stuff. Still working on the book room. I got the whole entire like gallery wall done. I'm about to put the desk and chair in there, but for right now I'm about to shower and throw an outfit on. Post shower. OOTD right here. What shoes do I wear? Blue Sambas or white cowgirl boots?
Because it's got digital, it actually lets you know how hot your surface is and everything.
God, I look rough, but a good morning. Is it moving day 5? Yeah, at least the first was the first moving day. That way I know what day moving we're at. Today's goal is to finish the office. I'm not gonna be completely finished because there's still like a few things that I'm going to want to do. Brand new development. I don't know where my tripod's at, so that's great. Need to charge my camera battery. We still have no light in here, so I need to go get the ring light to start working on this and get my computer and stuff. We got the desk in here. What I'm about to do is have some coffee in the morning. It's like 6 a.m. This is what I was so excited for because I've always wanted those cute little coffee bars that you see that people will do. And so this is my version, Destiny's version of my coffee bar. I have this little tray. This is like a shot mug. You queue your shots in here. I think that's just a mini mug. We have Nespresso pods in here. There's an espresso and there's a Keurig, and then I have like K-cups right here. I like to have hot coffee in the morning, and then everybody else, like if they want a nice coffee, they use the Nespresso, and I would also use an espresso, but we're going to brew it. We're just gonna make some coffee while that's brewing because it takes a little bit. Do you guys want to see the deer that live out in our yard? But they're all right there. I don't know, actually. So here's the thing. I think I want to start off by getting the computer and stuff in here. You're sitting on top of the thing that I need to build. So I'm gonna have to build that and then get the computer in here. I also got these frames that I found on Amazon for my vinyls, but like where am I gonna put that at? I think though I'm gonna take some chill time right now because I have some YouTube to catch up on. Okay. Oh my gosh, I actually have so much stuff to watch. It's insane. George has a new vlog. Rachel has a new wrap up. Ooh, I have stuff from like all my favorite. Ooh, Sarah just posted her wrap up. I need to edit my wrap up. Ooh, Soph has a vlog. Got my podcast episodes that are out new. Is crazy. Okay, I have some updates, but first, I think the last time that I talked to you guys was this morning at 6 a.m. So welcome back. Here's what I've done for the day. We're gonna start off in the room. I feel like I finally have got the room to a place where it's like going to be, of course there's probably like a few little things that you do like here and there, but it's baseline like where it's going to be. So I feel very accomplished with that because yesterday we actually picked up this dresser right here, Facebook Marketplace for the win, y'all. So we got this one and it's such a big dresser that we were able to fit like all of Isaac's dresser clothes, and I have some down at the bottom. But my favorite thing that I found on Facebook Marketplace yesterday were these nightstands. So there's two of them. So there's this one, and I have this little light from IKEA on top. They're matching. I have my little body right here. This is my side, so I have it, and then I have my little alarm clock. But the woman redid them, so she like painted them this same green color of the sheets and put these little things inside of them. So I found those yesterday and I was so excited to go pick those up. So I picked those up earlier. It was a trek for sure. Like I had to drive almost an hour to go pick them up, but they were so worth it. The bathroom has been done for the most part. If we want a little tour of the bathroom, this is where all of my makeup lives because this is actually what the bathroom looks like. So you have like this vanity set up. I put a little sorter there that I just come out and like grab my makeup from there and sit there and do it. But like under here, I have like this little rolly thing that has all of my like everyday necessities in it, and then I have like all my hair stuff and just different miscellaneous things down there. Nobody has a designated side, but it's just decorated that way. I got a spinny thing for all of his cologne because I tend to always buy him cologne. Not that he stinks, I just always buy him cologne. But also I got the closet all figured out. The closet is all done. We have all of my clothes hung up. We have the two different organizers. We have Isaac's shoes literally everywhere. My purses are up there. His shoes are everywhere. Then my shoes are over here with my swimsuits and some of my tote bags. And then up there are more like heels, like shoes that I just like don't wear entirely often. But that's the thing with the room. Everything else like in the house has been pretty much set up. There's still some things that I have to do like off the top of my brain. Out in the backyard, I wanted to get some loungers, like, you know, like that you sit in. They're like by the pool. I want to get something for the towels for the pool because right now we don't have anything. These aren't like necessities. These are just things that I'm like eventually I would like to grab. And also just little things like once I move everything out, because I'll show you guys what the front entry looks like right now. Yeah, we're looking like that right now, but I got the desk all set up earlier. I have the little light. This is a little sneak peek you guys are getting. My mom did the walking pad a little bit ago and she said it works great, so we're all for that. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. I am going to take a little bit of a break and sit out by the pool for a little bit, and then after I'm done doing that, I'm going to tackle the office and kind of finish it. It's not going to be completely done. It's just like all the stuff that I brought with me. I do want to find a reading chair, like a really comfy, cozy reading chair for that room in particular. So who knows when I'll do that, but this is going to be like finishing everything I have for it today. But I'm going to take a little break and just kind of lay out and enjoy the day and then get back to putting everything. Everybody, it is now technically moving day 6, but pretty much majority of everything is done. I finished with everything that I have. For the most part, there's still a little few finishing touches that I have to do today, but I for the most part finished my office. Everything else, how I showed you guys, we got the nightstand, dresser, and everything yesterday. That's all taken care of. So it's technically moving day 6, but we've kind of moved everything already. There's not a whole lot to worry about, take care of, all of that stuff, just a few finishing touches, but for the most part it's just hanging around town doing all of that. So right now I'm editing my wrap up and stuff, and I slept. This is not my house, this is my parents' Airbnb. They're literally just staying like right down the street from me, so I slept at the Airbnb last night, and it's so cute too. There's like a bunch of like bookshelves. It's like a cute little cottage house that I can show you guys. Actually, we're kind of out in the more rural area of everything out here, but it's such a cute little cozy cottage. Am I terrified that a spider's out here? Well, spider definitely, snake absolutely. Hello guys, getting a little bit of a sneak peek of the office, but I am about to attempt to grocery shop for the first time. So that's part of the whole entire moving process, the first like actual grocery. We made dinner here on the 4th, but we just got stuff for like that specific dinner. This is like the first like big grocery shop. So I'm going to sit down and make a whole entire list and also try to plan out like meals and stuff. I don't want to grocery shop tomorrow while my parents are, you know, having their last few moments. So we're gonna do it now. Nobody's up, so I'm gonna go grocery shopping. Hello, I cannot remember the last time that I spoke to the camera. Oh, I was about to go grocery shopping, which I can report back and say that I did successfully. We have groceries all stocked up, and I'm really glad that I went ahead and did that today, because obviously my parents are leaving tomorrow, so I didn't want to have to be like worrying about that when they were still going to be here and like waking up and be like, ooh, I want to get it, and I just don't feel like Monday I'm going to really feel like going to the grocery store. Right now I am getting ready and we are about to go down to Terry Black's, have some barbecue. And I don't know if it's like a Texas thing or just like around this area, but it's a barbecue spot that we found, and we actually ate there earlier this week, and we're all going to go tonight, kind of like as a last dinner of my parents here. And then, I don't know, but that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna have a little night out. Depends on if it stops raining, because it's literally raining right now. So it depends on if it stops, or I may just like show my parents around, even though I don't know what I'm doing, because I'm new here, okay? I don't know, but from what I know, show them around. Guys, I forgot my camera at the house. We're at the Airbnb right now. Are you getting something?
Probably not. Probably. I don't know. I just don't really do the iced coffees.
Are trying.
Oh, we're trying to bark at something.
We're trying Dutch Bros. Guys, first Dutch Bro experience, 10 out of 10. They were nice. I got the iced Golden Eagle with oat milk and soft top because that was the general consensus that I saw all over TikTok of what people love from here. I'm scared to try it. We'll try it. It's good. Like, I don't know if I would go out of my way. I don't know.
Coffee drinker.
It's good, but I don't think I would. Like, if there was one closer to the house, then maybe I'd be like, ooh, like,
Yeah.
I'd stop at Dutch Bros. But I'm not driving 30 minutes. Well, little update for you guys. I am now alone. I just dropped my parents off at the airport. They're now waiting to board their flight home. And I will say that I may have suppressed my emotions way too well. May have girl bossed a little bit too close to the sun. This is very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming because this is my first time ever living away from home. I've never moved out before, and now I'm living in a new state, in a new area, needing to form new routines. Like, I'm completely out of my element here. I'm like in the middle of the ocean, it feels like, by myself. But I'm here. I'm just sitting here in the house. It's actually weird how it worked out because basically at the start of this, we started the move a week ago on Sunday when we started majority of the drive down. And then we got here on Monday, which will be tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a week since we've like been in the house. I will say that even my parents were like, wow, your house came together like very quickly, because being here a week, pretty much everything's taken care of. I think the only thing I need to like do that's the most pressing is like get a bed for the guest room before anybody like comes back down. But everything else is just like little things that you notice around the way that you may want to pick up. Today, like, my parents left, as we have established, and tomorrow kind of starts like how my routine is. You know, go to the gym Monday through Friday. Weekends are just kind of my more like rest days. You know, like I still like do active things on the weekends, but just kind of like whatever I feel like doing. It's walking, running, playing a sport of some sort. So tomorrow is the goal of like getting back in this week, is like starting a set routine here and what that looks like living here. That will be the next vlog. This is actually where this vlog ends. Very, very overwhelmed. I feel like I don't cope with things in a healthy way. First of all, I suppress all of my emotions. So I'm not like outwardly reacting to this, but it's all inside. Like, nobody could see it on my face, I don't think. Maybe it's written all over my face, I don't know. I kind of keep it all inside, and I feel like I'll like throw myself into like head first into work so that I can't think of anything, and like working out and stuff. That way, like, that's all I'm thinking about. If you guys want, you can follow along for the journey of me living alone for the first time, even though I live with people, but like moving out for the first time and kind of like having your own day-to-day life, like away from living from home, and kind of like how that is and dealing with that and all that stuff. And if this is your first time watching me and you happen to make it all the way through here, I also do book videos. So if you know that, thanks for listening to that little spiel. I feel like a YouTuber, and that kind of made me cringe, but I'm just gonna kind of sit alone with my emotions. I do want to close this out by saying I'm very grateful for being in a position where I can do this and I can move somewhere that we want to live and have such an amazing space and people to live with. I feel like with me leaving behind a lot, because I did leave behind a lot at home. I'm not doing this to be dramatic. There's a lot that I left back in Indiana. Not physical things, but like people and memories and stuff. But something that has been comforting for me is something that I thought of randomly one day when I was thinking about moving. A quote, and it's, "How lucky am I to have something so hard to say goodbye to." And that's where I'm at right now. I feel like sometimes I watch these moving vlogs, because trust me, ever since February, I've been like looking and watching moving vlogs, because I know that I'm going to be a mess, like emotionally, and I'm going to be a mess mentally for a while, just navigating life. This is like a whole entire form of life that I've never lived before. I'm like, how are these people not breaking down? Or are they just not showing it? They're definitely probably just not showing it. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed going along this little journey of me moving and all of that. If you did, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff you guys know what to do. And I'm probably gonna go work, eat some Chipotle later, and cry in my bed and watch some Parks and Rec. So with that being said, I'll see you guys when I see ya. Peace.